So the Polo is finally mechanically sound enough to go to MOT. There's a few odd jobs we've got to do before it goes, like swap these wiper blades over for some new ones and swap the pollen filter over for the new one now that's arrived. We also thought we can't send it to MOT looking as bad as it is, so we're going to clean the bulk of the grime off. We started with the wheels as they were already off the car, so we're going to give the inside a good scrub, the outside a good scrub, the inner arches a good scrub, and the arches themselves, so we can get it back down on the ground, so we can roll it about and clean around it a bit easier. While we were doing the wheels, we were looking at the tyres, and even though they would definitely pass MOT, they are a little bit perished, and it's just not worth having perished tyres on there. So before it gets the MOT centre, we are going to have 3 more tyres put on. The arches didn't really take a lot of cleaning. We give them a scrub and a blowout with a jet wash, and honestly, they come out absolutely mint. Dad's then giving the engine bay a good going over, just to get any loose dirt or leaves that are still in there out. And honestly, I think considering we haven't tried to gem anything up yet, it's come out really, really nice. Now we're going to get the wheels on and finally drop the car back down, which I know isn't a lot, but it was really satisfying in itself just because it's been on stands for so long. We needed to move the car over so we could clean the door shuts, and we could have pushed it, but Dad was itching to drive it, so he found something to sit on and shunted it over. And as you can see, he was already chuffed to be driving it, even though it's got no seats in it. Once we'd picked a few snails off and give them a good scrub, the door shuts come up really, really well. I'll be honest, they don't get a lot of weather anyway, so I'm not that surprised with those. Now, I've been absolutely itching to do this rear quarter because it's the worst panel on the car, and it was so satisfying to scrub all that top layer of dirt off. And once we've given it a rinse, I was quite impressed with how the paint's held up, and it still looks pretty decent. So I'm hoping that once we get a bit of compound and polish on there, it should shine up lovely. While we were doing the back of the car, I had to get the badge on camera because I absolutely love all the moss in it. And I'm a little bit sad to see it all go, but to get it clean and looking as nice as possible, it had to be done. And it really did take a good bit of scrubbing. Again, there was loads of moss down the trim on the sides of the doors, so we give all that a good scrub and give the doors a good scrub, and they all come up pretty decent as well. By far the biggest challenge was the bonnet, and there was so much tree sap and dirt, and it's seen so much weather that it was in really, really rough shape. And it's still not perfect, but we've got the majority of the stuff off it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, with some compound it will look a lot better. Because there was so much dirt behind where the bumper sits, we left it off so we could make sure we got it all out. But now that's all done, we can get the back bumper on, and that is the back of the car complete. And I really feel like it's all starting to come together. Now, I was adamant there was an issue with the boot latch, but apparently not. So, as I'm incapable of using a boot lid, Dad done this lovely demonstration of how to unlock and lock the boot. We're going to temporarily put the seats back in for MOT, and then when it's back, we can look at some of the small little dents and focus on getting all the interior back in and getting some compound and polish on it. But saying that, I'm still really, really happy with how it's looking so far. It's so much better than what it was when we first picked it up.